Hey, so this is a continuation of the first video. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this 1.1 because I couldn't finish um, everything that I wanted to say in the first one because I got pinged by a coworker. But the funny thing is, she did not even ping me. She was pinging a channel and she just tagged me, and it was not the best use of my time to answer her right away because I am CC'd as like the fourth or the fifth person. You would understand if you have a job. Okay, all right. Why am I doing this? Let's begin. First thing, have you ever seen your life through the years and wondered, damn, something should have happened this year and it didn't, and nothing monumental happened at all? And you're like, wow, the last 2 years, the only monumental thing that happened was something that happened to me rather than something that I orchestrated. Like someone would say, oh, the big thing that happened to me in 2020 was that I graduated school. Well, bitch, that was going to happen anyway. The moment that you enrolled in something, you were going to graduate. At least that happens in India. There are very few people who fail out of college. At least I would like to believe that. So, this is me trying to orchestrate something that happens to me instead of something happening to me by design. No, not by design, by itself. Yeah, so point 1.1.1 would be trying to make something happen for me where I am the one in control and kind of leading. So that's first. Second, which is kind of like the continuation of the first one, but is that I want something to look back to. I want something to just remind me of what I was when I was 27. Oh shit, I just told you my age. But anyway, yeah, I just want something to point to me being 27 in a very raw, real way, not in a very Instagram highlight sort of way. Like this is this is literally everything in my mind right now. There is nothing that's like hidden or glossed over or anything like that. So, uh, yeah, it makes sense. I guess it makes sense. It's a good thing to look back to. The third thing, or whatever you want to call it, is that once you hit your late 20s, I would call this a late 20 thing, right? 27 is late 20s, I guess. Is that you have this like sort of mental clock in your mind where you always think, oh, time's running out, time's running out. But time's running out for what? What? I don't have any big plans. I don't have any big goals to reach to. I'm just happy with my job for the most part. I'm like, okay, I just want to be good at it, and that's it. I don't have any big goals. Like I want to run a marathon. I want to have this sort of big trip to Europe, or I don't know, get married or something. I don't know. Maybe these things will happen by like these things will happen. But for the time being, I feel like time is running out for me to do something that's out of the ordinary. It's not extraordinary. I know this is not extraordinary. Talking to a camera is not extraordinary. It's pretty ordinary. So, yeah, just something that's a little different. That's all. That's all. That's not like what everyone would want to do. So, yeah, this is something different for me. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing it. It's the third reason, I guess. The bifurcation of the first or the other two. Anyway, moving on to another one that really means a lot to me is maybe some people would relate, is that if you are in a long-term relationship and you have been in one for a long term, you would probably realize that there are so many things that you do together all the time. If you're like me and my boyfriend, we are together all the time. We eat all together, we sleep together, we drink together, we go out and meet friends together, we drive together, we shop together, we watch Instagram reels together, we do everything together. We are like one entity at this point, which is all good and fun. I really enjoy being with him, but it kind of creates this weird dynamic where you start to think or reminisce who am I without this person? Who I was before this person? And who will I be if it wasn't for this person? And this, I think, stems from the fact that you haven't done anything in a long time that's just yours. You haven't created anything that's just like independently yours. And at least maybe not everyone feels that way, but I do feel that I haven't done anything or just like experienced anything that's just mine, anything that only I have the control over. And this is something I feel that I will have a control over, because I control what I say and what I put out, hopefully. So I want something that's just mine and I have the control over it. So this is another reason for me to do all that. Another reason, which I don't know, maybe it will be fun, I have no idea. Maybe it'll be cringy. Maybe it will just be cringy and not fun at all. Maybe it'll be super boring. It gets 0 views. Nobody's seeing it. Or like, oh, what the fuck is this woman talking about? Just on to the next. Maybe. But it could be fun. And I am here for the could bees. I'm here for the could bees. If it could be fun, I'm gonna try it because I have time. It's been 6 minutes into this video, and I could have watched like 20 reels in this time, but I wouldn't have remembered any of that. I wouldn't have. But I would probably remember this, right? I remember the day then you were like talking to the camera for no apparent reason, and it's a memory. It's a memory. I like to have memories. Keeps the dementia away. And the last one, I feel this is the most important one, and I don't think a lot of people would relate to this, but I have to say this. I consume a lot of content. A lot of content. A lot of content which is misinformed, opinionated, trashy, useless, repetitive, not boring. Something that riles you up, makes you angry, to keep you engaged. Everything to keep you engaged. And when you're in this cycle of always consuming, of like hyper consumption, oh, I'm always hearing about this country, I'm hearing about people suffering here, I'm hearing about people doing this in their lives, I'm hearing about people achieving this and that. It just puts in a weird place there. There's just so much input. It's weird, and it's, I think, unnatural and inhuman. Not inhuman, unhuman. I don't know. Not characteristic to a human to consume so much and have such a less output. I think as human beings, we're supposed to create things, we're supposed to solve problems and do it in like a community, do it with someone, with a bunch of people, and share that. I think that's what humans were made for. But since the last 5 years, I would say so, since the pandemic, things have been more like I am a consumer first and then I'm a creator. Human beings should create more than they consume. Yeah, that's the 5th point. I need to create more than I consume. That's what is going to keep me sane and happy. I shouldn't say sane so many times, but yeah, I think that's what is going to keep me happy. Sorry, I'm belching. I just had lunch. So yeah, those were my 4 reasons, 6. I don't know how many I just enumerated, but yeah, that's why I'm doing this. And if you still really watched it till this point, I'm really grateful. And I would probably make these every day. I try to. So thank you.